What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another review. Today we are reviewing LP exclamation mark by the one and only JPEGMAFIA, Peggy. I don't really know any more nicknames. Not too long ago, he released Offline for all streaming platforms. So
it's like an extension of the LP.
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I guess I guess it's like a deluxe, basically.
Yeah, I like how it fits in the LP too. Like right after end credits, which is like one of our favorites, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
If we're gonna go down the list, it's a pretty long album. I'd say it's 18 songs, 49 minutes and 2 seconds. Honestly, it doesn't feel like that. And for 19 songs, it's just 49 minutes. That's pretty killer. I'd say like the ideas are really concise.
I would say like at least in the beginning, a lot of the songs kind of flow together pretty well. I didn't even realize that at least for Trust and Dirty, which are like the first 2 tracks of the album. I didn't even notice that it went to another song.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice it because I thought it was like still on Trust, but I actually prefer Trust over Dirty.
I feel like they're both pretty. You can't go wrong with either of them. Dirty, I would say I was addicted to for a while. That's a song I would put on repeat for one of my favorites as well. And Trust, yeah, I've been going back to it. Like I saw like basically half of this album live. Damn. Like when I went to go see him in I forgot, like earlier last year, but he's a true performer. I'll say that. He stays on beat, and like his inflections and his voice, his breathing control is on just how it is recorded. So this guy is living it. Trust, Dirty, great way to open it off. Nemo, I'd say like I listened to it back today. It still fits the sequencing, but it's not something I go back to a lot.
Yeah, I can't say that I go back to that song a lot. I think after Nemo's where like for me the album really starts to pick up a bit more. End credits, I listen to that shit a lot in the gym, bro. That shit gets me hyped, especially the whole Arn Anderson like the whole Arn Anderson intro. I think that shit's funny as hell. I think it's like some type of guitar sample or
it definitely paints a cool ass picture.
Yeah, that shit is fire, man. What kind of rapping is this? I think that this song it has kind of been gaining a bit of popularity in the community from what I've heard. What kind of rapping is this? It's really just a chill song. It's kind of mellow, which is kind of surprising for JPEGMAFIA's type of production. Even with like I know like not all of his lyrics are that like crazy, but sometimes with like just having like this lyrical ability to do that and having a great delivery, I think that's the best part about his music is his delivery. I think the next song, I feel like Rebound. A lot of people like Rebound. I think it's a good song, but I think it might just be a bit overrated. I just don't go back and listen to it like that. Maybe if I go back and listen to it a bit more, maybe my opinion will change on it, but I just don't listen to it as much. Then again, this is like the first like full-fledged JPEGMAFIA like album that I really sat down and listened to. Yeah. So maybe I have to go back and check out his like older stuff, but
I fuck with Rebound. I guess like some more because I remember just waking up like at 6 a.m. and that shit would wake me up. So like there's the ability to just like I guess like that's one I would go back to. It's nothing like outstanding, but like in terms of like Peggy consistency, yeah, like I let that play throughout the album for sure.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I'm gonna skip around a little bit here because I really like BMT.
Oh yeah.
BMT was like
that's what I listened to.
One of like the first songs like I really liked by him. It was like go left, right, left, right, and then the beat just kicks in, bro. Yeah. That shit is so hard. I love the sample of like the army march that he uses, bro. That shit goes hard, and the way he mixes it on there is just.
The sample is like kind of. I guess it's just well known by this point.
Yeah.
It's just like of a random army chant, but he makes it definitely in his own style, and I really enjoy the BMT a version of the sample as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking about samples, Bald, bro. Bald is like one of my favorite fucking samples.
And he put the remix right on
the remix, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the remix might be a bit better than the actual song.
Really?
I really like that.
I had to still. I know, no, Jalen, you be rapping the whole thing like by heart. You know the Zell's part. I don't like. The remix, I barely knew like it existed, but once like I started getting to Denzel more, I was like, oh shit, there's like a remix. Like I don't listen to that much, but like when I first listened to Bald, it's just the song, the sampling, the kind of like cutaway like bridge or like little hiatus. It's like cool as fuck, dude.
From like the Type Racers game from like the 90s.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like I think it's like a Japanese racing game, bro. That shit is so tough, man. That shit is so tough.
It's not afraid to sample anything, honestly.
That's what I was saying, bro. Like he could sample anything, and he just makes it sound good, bro. That's the crazy part. You know, matter of fact, we're actually going to see Denzel in early October. So I'm gonna see if he'll play Bald remix. That shit would be heat.
Dude, you gotta be Bald.
We could talk. Any other song you want to talk about on here?
Cutie Pie. That's the one I was talking about earlier, but like, I guess his flow and what he's saying has like you can really tell like he's like grinded through this shit. Like he's like worked for the point that he's at his career right now. He's worked for it, and just like a really nice and weird ass beat to go along with it. But it doesn't matter. He's surfing through it.
Yeah, facts.
For sure.
Facts, bro. Actually, we can move on to the Offline. I think there's only like 4 songs on it.
Yeah, I remember the gimmick. It's the Offline. There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Untitled. Okay, that's what it is.
God Don't Like Ugly.
God Don't Like
That was one of my favorites, but I know it's like very explicit. Yeah,
explicit.
It's it can be insensitive to some people. I'll say that.
Yeah, bro. I think the Kimbit, bro. I had my headphones on when I first heard the Kimbit. That shit was loud as fuck, bro. That shit was loud as fuck. Yeah. I was like, God damn. That's a song that'll really wake you up. You talking about songs that wake you up? That shit will wake you the fuck up. Or
even spiritually, Hazard Duty Pay, dude. That's like a legendary song. Actually, Jalen showed me the song when it was even on like the Spotify streaming or like any type of music services yet. And he showed me on SoundCloud, and I can't believe I was missing that song for like the longest.
Yeah, bro. I'm actually a very like new listener to JPEG, so I think the first song that I heard from him was Hazard Duty Pay, and I was on YouTube just scrolling through music and shit like that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check out JPEG. I feel like he's probably an underrated artist on my radar, so I think I should check him out. This is the first time I heard. I instantly fell in love with it, bro. That shit was so heat, bro. The sample, everything. I love everything about the song, and it's one of his most popular songs for right now for a reason, bro. Because that shit is so good. That shit is so good, bro.
He's sampling the Winans. They're like an old soul group, and just like I remember going through an interview or a podcast, or whatever he was on, and he was just explaining how he just found that sample just by going to church, and that's one of the songs they sing. It's like you really just have to be in the community to just know this song. That's like one of the most heartwarming things. I'm really glad he got it out on streaming services. Like I don't know, I forgot he went through some loopholes. Or
there was some shit he had to go through to get that song cleared. Because I think he talked about it before, but damn, that shit was like a whole process. I would have to go back on SoundCloud, and I don't have like no premium or nothing for that shit. So
I'm happy. If you're gonna take away any song to listen to, I say Hazard Duty Pay. Just like listen to that. Like, and that's like
listen to that one, bro. Every song on either LP or Offline you should listen to, Hazard Duty Pay has to be number 1, bro. That shit is so good.
And then like Dirty is like more of his like home grindy like self-made beats, but like you know you still get that same flow that he does on Hazard.
Yeah, facts, bro. 100 Emoji. That one was basically just kind of like a Young Dolph tribute. Rest in peace to Dolph. I'm not sure if that was released before Dolph passed away or not, but it basically sampled 100 Shots by Young Dolph, which is fire song. I still listen to it to this day. It's still in my rotation.
I'm not sure. I think it was in tribute, but I don't want to say for certain. But like it did come out like around that time.
Yeah, it was like it was around the same time, like November, I think, when Dolph was killed. So my condolences to his family, and you know, it's just sad to see all these young rappers and artists passing away, because we've seen so many in the last like 3-4 years. So if this is a tribute to Dolph, it's a fire tribute, bro. I really like it, bro. I think that was like one of the first songs off of Offline that I actually like was 100 Emoji. He didn't even say a word in it, so I think it was just showing off the JPEG's like production skills, which is really good. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's not really like I wouldn't say there's very many like negatives with this album. Like for the most part, it was pretty consistent. I would say like maybe 1 or 2 songs you could consider as filler, but you know, overall I feel like this was a really good album. It was actually one of my favorites from last year, from 2021.
Yeah.
So I guess you want to get into the rating?
Yeah. For this one, I'd say to give it out, just like top of my head, just say 8.5.
I was thinking the same thing. 8.5 is like that's a good rating.
Yeah.
I think that's a great rating for this album.
I think it's like even greater, like even with I say that with the LP and the online version and the offline kind of mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how you should kind of go into this album. He kind of made like a playlist, like with them mixed together with the sequencing on, like, you know, how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I think that really helps with the flow of the album as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's finding loopholes somehow to put like those when in sample, because like they listen to a song or whatever, like on the interview, and they say like no or something, and then like he had to find another loophole to do it or some shit, but like he didn't get the yes from like not the artist but like the company.
Yeah, the company. Yeah, because the biggest part, it's not even like when it comes to the artist, it's not even the artist that you know says no. It's usually just the company that they're tied to, like the record label that they're tied to, that says no, which is really stupid. But you know, if you can own your masters, bro, own your fucking masters, bro.
Yeah, he even says this shit throughout this LP.
Yeah.
That's why I like this guy too. He's like talking about like you have to own your shit.
Even this day and age, bro, it's so important. Like I know like how many people get taken advantage of, especially black artists, young black artists get taken advantage of by these shady ass record labels, these white owned record labels, and it's really fucking annoying seeing all that shit going down. But there are some like good record labels out there that try to do good, that try to bring others up. I feel like I think YSL is a good one.
YSL, yeah, YSL is a good one.
YSL is a good.
Even they're having some troubles.
Yeah, they're having some troubles about that, bro. Because Thug brought so many people up, but yeah, just in general, man. Like, there's only a handful of good labels out there that really care for their artists.
Yeah,
so you really gotta look out for those shady.
Like, I don't know what the situation is between him and like his production or like whoever like does streaming and stuff. But
I mean, I'd say
he's pretty self-made.
I would say he's one of the best independent artists out right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Just based off of what I've listened to so far, I feel like he's one of the best. And I mean, the streams and the numbers, you know, reflect that. Yeah. He's a talented ass dude.
He's excited to see what's coming up next, dude.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
He's coming up with Danny Brown. What the fuck?
Brown.
Yeah, Danny Brown. They're coming up like a collab thing. Yeah.
That's tough, bro. I heard JPEG, Denzel, and somebody else want to do like a whole like collab album too, like a whole group album. So, you know, hopefully him and Denzel can get some shit going on, because I know they'll definitely slide on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have any more album recommendations, let us know in the comments. I'm not gonna say like and subscribe. If you want to do that, you can. If not, keep it pushing, bro. If you didn't enjoy this review, dislike it, bro.
Don't encourage them to dislike the video.
Nah, bro. But yeah, if you guys have any more like album recommendations, anything like that, EPs. Yeah, just let us know in the comments below. Yeah. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you, man. It's been revolutionistic.